Looked at the wooden fence and realized that it was all created from the pain of plants, and she was afraid to see it with her own eyes. Then she turned her attention to the wooden door in the house. The blonde looked at the back of the main character, who explained that some people refused to eat animal meat because many had reasons for ethnicity, culture, personal choice, or others. Without turning his head, he lowered it and told the commander to stop being so stubborn and should already help each other because he thought that only then they would be able to live a happy life. Yura looked away with displeasure and expressed understanding of what he wanted to say, but her heart needed to understand it too, and he added that she needed time. Then he looked back at her sarcastically, raising his eyebrows, and said that she should not deny herself another portion of meat while she thought. The blonde with drool on her cheek looked at him intently and said that she was already beginning to understand. The picture showed the structures of houses because the construction of housing complexes was ongoing. Lloyd held a shovel in the ground and looked up, because before the trip he had another concern, because he thought that they would be able to finish the construction before the temperature dropped below zero because it was freezing and thawing. These were iron reinforcement bars from a concrete block, because if the water in the cement freezes at 0 degrees and then begins to melt in the spring with an increase in temperature, then there will be a lot of liquid inside the concrete, which will destroy it from the inside. He imagined these drops of water. Then in his mind, this huge house began to fall and collapse. Then he scratched his chin with a malicious smile and said that it was no longer a problem. At this time, the elves were climbing up the building at a run. The elves deftly jumped between the buildings to the top. They deftly grabbed the building materials and tried to bring them in, finished them quickly, and returned to eating their meat. Thanks to the insane mobility of the elves, the speed of construction exceeds imagination. It was the first day of winter. Snowfall appeared. The construction of complexes 101 and 102 was completed, and these were ready-made buildings. In the picture, the main character and Xavier were climbing the stairs with the orcs because he had to conduct control tests in these two buildings this winter, and then further construction would be carried out with the goal of placing all the refugees in apartments